with inkle looms at all, or are you?
I'm more into tablet weaving, so I
inkle
do
looms.
that weaver tensioned.
Okay. Inkle looms are very simple because there's no moving parts. You create your sheds simply by doing this. You can go in here, or go in there, it's the other way. So because there's no moving parts, it's real simple to operate. It's also a continual warp. So when you're warping these, you can start, if I was doing it all the same color, you just go through here and then back, and then the next time you go above this peg, usually from here to here, and then every other one goes above the peg. And then we put these heddles on here to bring them down in line with the first one. And that's the mechanism. It's very simple, and it's quite fun. Now, just simple over and under, you can do some pretty elaborate weave patterns. You can also get into, with this one I have, because I have a pick in here. See, this time I would bring them all up, and I don't have a tool with me right now. But what I would do is I would pull these 4 out, and then the rest would go down, so you end up with this pattern. And then the next time I would do the 8 on the outsides. And you can cheat and make a heddle. What I normally do is I'll have a popsicle stick with threads that hold these 4, and then another popsicle stick that hold the outer 8. So one time you pull the one popsicle stick, and you go back and you pull the other one, and you can make some pretty wild patterns. This is very simple, but by doing that method, you can get really, really intricate. You can do lettering, you can do all kinds of stuff. And the way these work, as you weave, we weave up here, and once it gets too close where I can't fit the heddle through, I'll loosen this peg and pull it back down. So this will eventually, the woven part will end up coming back up to here. And you can go up to about here if you want to. If you use all the pegs, like this one, you'll get about 3 foot of a warp. You can skip pegs, you don't have to go 3 foot. Both of these have 3 foot, but you could just go from here straight around and make a real short one if you were in a hurry. These are great because it's simple to do, and you can put it away and pick it up 2 months later and not have to try to remember where you were. You can pick it up and keep going immediately.
Can you tell me about the finished objects that you can get off of it?
We end up with, and I didn't get them out, which I normally do now you mentioned, you can make belts, dog leashes, dog collars. I've seen people, because you can go up to about 4 inches wide, and you can fold them over and make little purses or long bags for things. Trying to think of this purposes. I've seen people, magazines, they make like beach thongs, and the straps on the thongs were made on an inkle loom. So you can do intricate weaving, all kinds of wild stuff. It's up to you, really.
Straps for guitars and cameras?
This one will probably be a guitar strap. Just depending on how wide and what coloring you make. It's funny because I had a whole bunch of just random ones out to show people what we do with them, and people kept asking if they could buy them. So I do have a box somewhere I have to get out. We finished them off and put some belt loops on them and made belts into them. Made them into belts.
Do you ship them, or do you just sell at shows?
I will ship if somebody wants them. I did get some boxes for my inkles. When I first got into this, it was funny because I thought the inkle loom was kind of a kid's toy and you'd be bored with it in a week or two. And then realized a couple years later I'm still playing with them and still haven't touched the surface. And like you said, you can get into tablet weaving or card weaving, which is much more complicated. And you can do some real intricate patterns that way. But I wanted to kind of promote it because I want to promote the fiber arts totally. So I started making them, and this is fashioned after the chat looms, and they're rather expensive. So I tried to make affordable so that more people could get into it. Of course, the price of wood right now, but I'm selling these for $90, and I think they're pretty well made. My son's very much into this, and he has a chat already, and he told me he likes this better because it's heavier. I use red oak, which is a little heavier wood, but heavy in this case, it sits on a table and it moves less, so it's actually a good thing. But other than that,
where's your website?
The Fuzzy Ear. If you go to thefuzzzyear.com, but you can also find us on Facebook and
Instagram?
Instagram, yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.